You go to church and even the pastor says no Diddy.
Even while you are here, you may have to say no Diddy to an Oakwood student. I'm just being real. No Diddy! I said no Diddy! I say no Diddy! No Diddy!
After Diddy told the FBI that T.D. Jakes was involved in every crime, Jakes was taken into custody. Dexter Thomas, born in South Charleston, West Virginia, on June 9, 1957, T.D. Jakes grew up in the neighboring town of Vandalia. Jakes had several difficulties as a child, most notably his father's sickness and subsequent death from renal disease. His perspective on life and ministry would be greatly influenced by this experience of loss and adversity. Jakes had a strong religious bent from an early age and often found comfort in his beliefs. He was raised in a pious Christian home, was quite engaged in the local church, and soon became a leader among his peers. He also shone a natural ability to relate to others spiritually. Jakes persevered in following his calling in spite of his early life's hardships, which included both personal and financial obstacles. While working as a janitor and then as a chemical worker to support his family, he first thought about a future in religion. His mother, a teacher, taught him the importance of diligence and tenacity, which helped him get through the most difficult times of his life. Beginning with a tiny church in Montgomery, West Virginia, Jakes started preaching in the 1970s. Less than 10 people made up his first church. Yet even in these modest beginnings, Jakes showed his extraordinary capacity to powerfully and clearly convey deep spiritual truths. His charm and enthusiasm for ministry quickly attracted notice, and when word got out, his church grew. Jakes' early ministry focused on emotional and physical healing, and he soon gained recognition for his stirring sermons that spoke to the challenges of daily living. He established Montgomery's Greater Emmanuel Temple of Faith in 1982. Despite having little resources, Jakes gained followers by his engaging preaching and focus on practical Christianity. His image was further improved when he began hosting conferences on subjects like spiritual healing and self-empowerment. Moving his ministry to Cross Lanes, West Virginia, in 1993 was a sea change in his early career. Kept expanding, and Jakes started to gain national recognition, especially for his work in spiritual and emotional rehabilitation. When Jake established the Potter's House, a non-denominational megachurch in Dallas, Texas, in 1996, his ministry took a new turn, and he now has over 30,000 members. The biblical picture of the potter and the clay, which represents God's capacity to mold and shape people, served as the inspiration for the church's name. The Potter's House swiftly rose to prominence as a haven for people from all walks of life and a lighthouse for those looking for spiritual direction. Under Jake's direction, the Potter's House offered a range of events aimed at meeting the needs of the neighborhood in addition to conventional church services. These included ministries that addressed youth development, family dynamics, health and wellness, and financial literacy. Jacques also spearheaded a number of outreach projects that helped underserved populations, such as international humanitarian endeavors, prison ministry programs, and assistance for victims of domestic abuse. His ability to reconcile religion with popular culture has been one of Jacques' most important contributions to the Christian community. As a best-selling author, motivational speaker, and filmmaker, his impact goes far beyond the pulpit. His conferences, such Woman, Thou Art Loosed, and Megafest, are among the biggest faith-based events in the world, drawing tens of thousands of people annually. Millions of people have seen Jake's books and movies worldwide, and his message of empowerment, healing, and personal development is universal. Along with his work as a pastor, Jacques has written more than 40 books covering a wide range of subjects, including relationships, leadership, spiritual development, and personal improvement. His best-selling books, such as Woman, Thou Art Loosed, and Destiny, give biblically based guidance on stepping into your destiny. Numerous people have been motivated by Jacques' words to overcome hardship and realize their God-given potential. With his roles as producer and actor in a number of popular movies, Jacques has also achieved notable success in the entertainment sector. Based on his novel and stage play of the same name, his first significant motion picture, Woman, Thou Art Loosed, 2004, was favorably appreciated by critics and audiences alike. Later, he produced movies like Jumping the Broom 2011 and Not Easily Broken 2009, which were well praised for their positive depictions of African American spirituality and relationships. Jakes has maintained a healthy balance between his personal obligations to his family and his rigorous public life throughout his career. Since 1981, he and Sarita Jakes have been wed, and the couple has 5 kids together. His life and ministry have always revolved on his family, and he often cites his wife as his biggest inspiration and source of strength. Sarita Jakes is a well-known speaker, author, and church leader, and the couple's relationship is an example of cooperation and resiliency. There has been a great deal of debate and conjecture surrounding Bishop T.D. Jakes' arrest when music mogul Sean Diddy Combs told the FBI about it. Cassie Ventura's recordings, which revealed illegal activity connected to Diddy, are said to have started the chain of events. Surprisingly, these recordings also linked renowned clergyman and philanthropist T.D. Jakes to several offenses. A crisis that was once exclusive to the entertainment industry has now encompassed Jakes and garnered extensive media and public attention. Disturbing revelations about Diddy's alleged participation in major criminal actions, including as abuse, sexual misbehavior, and maybe even financial crimes, are included in the recordings, which have apparently been shared with legal authorities. In addition to focusing on Diddy, Cassie's charges alluded to a larger network of people, including T.D. Jakes. Both the religious and secular sectors were rocked by the idea that a well-known spiritual leader like Jakes might be connected to such murders. Cassie's disclosures sparked a more extensive inquiry that linked Jakes to the defendants, and there were soon rumors of FBI participation. When it became known that T.D. Jakes was the target of many sexual assault lawsuits, the legal environment around these claims became more complex. Although the allegations against Jakes are still being looked into, Manasseh Jordan's testimony was crucial to the case's advancement. Jordan, a dynamic pastor with a contentious past of his own, said that he was aware of Jakes' alleged wrongdoing. Despite being regarded with suspicion by some, his evidence proved to be an important component of the case since it linked Jakes to dubious networks and actions. Given the seriousness of the accusations, Jakes may have long-term effects from these legal disputes, both emotionally and professionally. As the inquiry progressed, several reports of sexual assault and grooming that were purportedly connected to Jakes emerged. These accounts presented a horrifying image of widespread abuse that went much beyond isolated episodes. Victims came forward, with some saying they had been groomed from an early age and others saying they had been beaten at private events and parties. This is one of the most dramatic and widely reported scandals in recent years because of the broad scope of the accusations and the well-known figures involved. Although the veracity of these reports is still being investigated, the increasing number of testimony has made it hard to rule out the potential that a major criminal network may be involved. Jakes' legal team and public relations professionals have retaliated against the flurry of charges, claiming that they are wholly untrue and part of a bigger effort to damage his image. They suggest that the recordings that allegedly connect Jakes to illegal activity might be explained by the development of advanced deepfake technology. Jakes' team claims that the videos could have been altered to put him in embarrassing circumstances and at crime sites. Jakes' supporters want to change public opinion in his favor by raising doubts about the veracity of the evidence by bringing up deepfakes. However, Jakes' hitherto unblemished public image has already suffered significant harm due to the story of a Diddy-Jake link, especially in religious areas. A TikTok video that went viral on December 21, 2023, strengthened the accusations against Diddy and T.D. Jakes. Influencers and social media personalities' comments were intercut with snippets from the purported recordings in the film, which soon attracted millions of views. The allegations that Jakes was engaged in a variety of illegal behaviors, from financial fraud to sexual misbehavior, proliferated along with the video. As more and more people grew to believe that Jakes was guilty, the video's viral nature made his PR disaster worse. The TikTok phenomenon helped to change public image and paint Jakes as culpable in the Diddy affair, despite continuous attempts to refute the allegations. T.D. Jakes has vehemently denied any participation in the alleged crimes in the aftermath of these claims.